Hello Year 7, welcome to Lesson 2 of the CADCAM project. So last lesson I showed you how to create a folder in your documents just for your technology work. I also showed you how to open 2D design, find our template, and then we had to go at some basic skills to create some simple keyring designs on the template page. What we're going to do today is open up that work and we're going to continue with it, but we're going to add in an extra element. We're going to find out how to take images off of the internet to add them into your designs to create something a little bit more special and a little bit more unique. So let's start off then by finding out how we open 2D design again. So a little reminder of that. We go to the desktop, which is this screen that we see here. We double click on 2D design and then we wait for it to load. Once again, you can just click anywhere on your page to get rid of that box that appears. Now to get to your work from last time, we go File, we then go to Open, and we then click on this PC. We can then scroll up to Documents, and then we scroll down to your Tech Year 7 folder that you made last lesson. Double click to get into that folder, and it should then be the file with your name on it. So I saved mine as Mr. Thomas because that's me. You should see a little preview of your work from last lesson. Then you click Open, and your work should be there from last time, providing you saved it at the end of the lesson. If you didn't save it, go back to video 1 and have another go really quickly now. So last time we had a look at how to use the basic shapes on the toolbar over here on the left. We looked at how to use the text tool, and we had a little reminder of the main colors that we use for our laser cutter. So don't forget, black is for anything on the outside. So the edge of your keyring should be in black, and that's it, nothing else. We then looked at how we need to create a hole, and it had to be 5 millimeters across. So we used a 2.5 millimeter radius. If you can't remember how to do that, please do go back to video 1 and have another look. I then introduced the engraving. So this is any design you want etched or burnt onto the surface of your keyring. You could go quite simple and just have a text. So I have my name engraved on there. You could create a shape using any of these tools here, or we could do something a little bit more exciting by putting an image on there. So today I'm going to start off with a very quick recap. I'm going to create a shape. I might go for something a little bit fancier this time though. I might go for a polygon, and you can change the number of sides. So I might go for an 8-sided polygon, which we call an octagon, and I'm going to save that, and then I can click. Now at the moment this one's a little bit big, so that's fine. We just click again. I can then select the tool, and we can shrink it down using the little squares there. And make sure all of your keyrings, as I said last lesson, fit inside these boxes on your page. Now I could have a go at making the hole again using the circle tool, or I could just steal one from up here by clicking on it and clicking the copy tool. I select the center square and I can drag it to wherever I need it to go. So I will put that just there. Now what I want to do though is I want to put an image from the internet onto my keyring. And 2D design can do that really easily. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So if you go onto the internet, I prefer to use Google Chrome for this one. Now I decided as an engineering teacher, I wanted to put a spanner on my design. So I went onto Google and I searched for a spanner outline. Now it's best to search for a black and white outline. Those are the ones that copy across into 2D design the best. Try to avoid anything that's too detailed or with too much color. So black and white is definitely the best way to go for this sort of thing. Also, if there's any images which have a watermark on them, like this one, you can see it's got text over it. Try to avoid those. Go for something on a plain background. It will work far better. So I've chosen this image here. And the way I'm going to get that across to 2D design is to right click on it and go copy image. You can then click back on 2D design using the taskbar at the bottom, and you can right click and go paste here. Now what you might find is the image turns out massive like this. So you might need to zoom out a little bit to see the whole thing, and we can shrink it down using the squares on here. We can then zoom back in using the magnifying glass, and we can still shrink it even further down so that it's the right size. At the moment though, we still can't use this with the laser cutter for two reasons. It's still an image file at this point, and also the colors are wrong. It's currently black and white. We're going to engrave this on our part, which means it has to be in red. To change it over to a 2D design file, we click on the image, we go bitmaps, and then vectorize bitmap. It's the bottom one down here, and then we select the image again. The best way is to use the monochrome tool at the top, and then we can change the part into a 2D design file by vectorizing it by pressing OK, and then just press OK again. Now we can select and change the colors just like we did with our parts last time. So we're going to remove the fill by going fill and no fill, then click OK. And you can see we've now converted it to a pure outline. We're going to change it to red by going color, and then we always use this red on the bottom row. If you click off of that, you can now see that it's changed to the red color that we use. We can then click on it, move it across to the keyring, and that looks perfect. Have a go at finding images, and you can use anything you like as long as it's appropriate for being in school. Find something that interests you and have a go at putting it onto a keyring. I would like to see throughout this lesson the next row of 8 keyring designs completely filled up. Once you've done that, come back to the video and I will show you how to take your favorite design and upload it ready for laser cutting. So if you've unpaused the video now, you must be ready to save your favorite design. To begin with though, we don't want to lose any of your work, so we're just going to go File and Save to make sure that you've got all of these brilliant designs that you've created safe. What I now need you to do is pick your single favorite design, and it can be any of them. It can be one from today's lesson, or it can be one from lesson 1. It doesn't matter. What we need to do is save this new final design in its own file so that our technician can get it laser cut. The way we do this is we go File, New to create a new window, and that should appear side by side with your existing designs. You then select the design you want by dragging over it with the mouse. You can then go copy, which is Control-C on your keyboard, move across to the other window and go Control-V to paste. And there is your final design on its own file. We are then going to save it by going File, Save As. Once again, we want to stay in your Tech Year 7 folder. Don't forget, if you can't find it straight away, you go This PC, Documents, and then you get to your Tech Year 7 folder. You are then going to save it as your name again, and then add the words Final Design at the end. This way we know this is your favorite one that you want to keep. And then you click Save. That's got the design into your user area, your documents, but our technician can't access it. The way that we let the technician access this is to save it into the Work Submissions drive. To do that, we go File, Save As. You then go to This PC, Work Submissions, Technology, and then Submissions again. Now, once you're into this folder, you go to the correct folder for your year group. So for this current year that we're on now, it's going to be 2022 to 2023. You then go to Year 7 and you find your class code. Your teacher will tell you which one that is. Once you go into the correct class code, you then click Save, and that will save that file into the Work Submissions drive, and that means our technician is going to be able to laser cut it for you. That is it for stage 1 of the project. So once you've saved, you can then close everything down and prepare to sign out. Next time, we're going to move on to 3D CAD and look at how we can create a new design for the 3D printer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.